So today's video is a topic that I've had thoughts about occasionally for years: improving the bank and library in Toontown Central. I thought about it even as far back as 4 years ago, having a post about it on MMO Central explaining simple ideas I have for the library and bank. I even went as far as asking Jesse Shell about these buildings if there were ever plans for more development, and that being the reasoning behind their large and important appearance. To which he replied saying it was simply a design choice, just an aesthetic piece for the Toontown Central playground. So with that being said, let's go over how I personally would want to expand upon these buildings. So naturally, I think Toontown Infinite was on the right track with this one, and my thoughts probably lie relatively close to theirs, so for the sake of not copycatting too much, let's go straight through what I like and what I'd want to add to that. First off, I completely agree with the remodeling of the interior of the bank to have an actual bank vibe. It's a fantastic touch and something that's small but actually adds some more dimension and experience to the game. In Toontown Infinite, you have a safe that lets you store a ton more jelly beans than you were ever able to store before. I think in the normal format of the game, this is something that's actually really cool, and I think this should be some sort of reward. Let's say having a side quest or task with Banker Bob that lets you open an account with him, or maybe getting his accounting books back that were stolen, so you have to get them back to get the bank restored back in order with the accounting books so that you're able to get an account and by extension access to a safe with the Toontown Bank. Maybe even a series of tasks that you can do at your leisure when you want to, tasks that gradually increase your safe or account storage. Maybe a task that allows you to have a direct deposit feature that works similar to your piggy bank at home, letting the excess jelly beans you earn spill over from the piggy bank into your bank account. Things that genuinely deliver more content, more things to do, and make a Toontown server stand out and seem even more complete, or at least more attentive to detail. Things that encourage the play of users and deliver something small but potentially fun. Just this bank update would literally not take a whole lot to add in from what I've seen as well. From my own experience on Corporate Clash, this is the kind of thing that maybe over a month or two you could develop on the side and test and add into a game with little to no problems. Overall though, the bank remodel and bank account features I think are fun, beneficial, and something that enriches the Toontown experience. Now on to libraries. Again, Toontown Infinite was on the right track with their library remodeling. It's a nice touch, and for buildings that are so expansive and important looking on the outside, deserve something special and equally important looking on the inside. Now here's one thing I always thought could have been very neat with libraries: adding books that Toons can write themselves, submit, and have implemented into the game that users could buy and read at their leisure. Maybe even also public domain books that could be a nice touch having inside the library. Now before you say anything, hear me out. I know this is a feature that wouldn't be for everyone, and I know that it could probably get kind of cringy in some stories, but think about it from an outsider's view. Allowing and encouraging your players to be creative, influencing them to write a short story or book, and allowing those playing, especially those who may be of a younger age who could really gain from it, the ability to practice reading more is extremely beneficial. This is probably the biggest stretch of the features I've listed, however. Moderation is probably the easiest role to fill out on any server, but you would need a moderation team or members on the team with a focus solely for this feature most likely. Members that wouldn't mind reading the books posted and making sure that what's being added is appropriate for the game, running it through word checkers and the like. It could actually be relatively moderated if the format to submit the story was proper enough, allowing for a pre-processed word check before the human review. The point is, though, I do believe if the feature was able to be figured out overall, moderation for it would most likely still be possible. It just takes a lot of logistics to figure out, from moderation to implementation, figuring out how to fit the words on pages, fonts, and things of that nature. But it's something that I think would really enrich the Toontown experience. It's small things like these 2 additions that actually go the distance on making veteran Toontown players' experiences a little more enjoyable in the modern day. It might not be something everyone uses or something that everyone even truly likes, but seeing something like this added and developed would give me faith in that server's ability to deliver content, at least on the small side, for people to enjoy. And even these features are the kinds of things I'll push for being developed on things like Corporate Clash as the content director for the team, whether or not it's something we work on sooner or later. So, tell me what you think. What could be changed or added, modified or altered, or what's your own idea to improve the things we have in Toontown? Whether it's any of the above, leave your comments and I'll go through them with all of you. And as always, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time in my next video.